Hello, my name is Karen Maroli. I'm the Director of Music Ministries at Central United Methodist Church in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Welcome to Music Monday. One of the interesting effects of this whole COVID situation is the way that people have been adapting and adjusting to restrictions that the pandemic has placed upon us. And of course, in the music world, there have been a great amount of changes and disturbances and all of these sorts of things. So one of the things that you've seen happen are virtual choirs, because it hasn't been safe for choirs to gather in the way that they're at least accustomed to. So people have been pre-recording either videos on their cell phones or audio recordings some folks are doing, and sending them in to be assembled into a choir via a computer program, and putting them out as sound files and videos. And these are often the ways that you've been hearing people sing together during this time. I have been asked to write a anthem for our annual conference in New Mexico and North Texas, and this was supposed to be done by a choir in North Texas during the conference, which was supposed to be in June, and of course they had to postpone that, obviously, and it's being done virtually now in October. And so I was still asked to have this piece be a part of that conference in some way. So I've been adapting to that, because that's what we've all had to do. And one of the great gifts that has come out of this is I've been assembling a virtual congregation to sing "Blessed Be the Tie That Binds," which is a hymn that happens in the context of this anthem that's all about unity and welcoming all and creating a sense of unity through that welcome. The folks that are involved in this choir are people from my chancel choir in Albuquerque, but also former singers from Santa Fe, friends from Westminster Choir College, other choir directors that I've been in contact with through National Conference for Sacred Music, people who have sung my pieces. So it's been a really neat experience to amass all of these recordings and put them together for "Blessed Be the Tie That Binds." So I thought it would be a really fun thing for us to sing this together. Because we want to all still feel joined together, even though many of us are apart, or maybe starting to attend worship services, but we see each other from a distance still and behind masks. Many of us are still not singing, but also because it occurs to me in the world that we're living in today, that the community, the fellowship, or community as I would prefer to say, that we have with each other does not have to be constrained to absolute kindred minds, and that we should all be welcoming toward each other, even if we think about things differently, even if we have a different way of approaching things, even if we have different life experiences. As I've been mentioning, we have done a sermon series, which we're continuing, on learning to love your enemies. And I've said I'd like to think of it not as enemies, but those with who have had different life experiences, from whom we could learn, and we can all learn from each other. So as we sing this, I encourage you to think about fellowship or community as something that belongs to all of us, and it is our duty to welcome everyone into that community. Blessed be the tie that binds. Blessed be the tie that binds our hearts in Christian love. The fellowship of kindred minds is like to that above. We share each other's woes, our mutual burdens bear, and often for each other flows the So as we go forward this week, remember that we are all still joined in heart. We are all still singing together in our hearts, and we will all meet again. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you next time.